Hi Aries, welcome into your mid-month reading for December 2022. I do want to remind you that this is general, so just take what resonates and of course leave the rest behind and apply it as you may. But I do more than appreciate the likes, the comments, and subscriptions to the channel if you haven't done so already. But we're going to keep this, switch it up for this set of mid-months and keep this, this set general. So applying to whatever areas of life pop up. We'll leave it open to see what spirit feels you need to hear the most. And then we'll shift on over to do your mid-month money and career read, which will be, the first link down below in the description box. That will be on Patreon, so I do hope to see you over there afterwards. But let's begin. Let's do some shuffling and pull from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, and then we'll pull some tarot. I did get the message right before recording that this will be a powerful ending to your year, and that will feel so, gratifying. It will feel refreshing. It'll feel like you're a bit more in control than you have been up until this point. What do we have for Aries? Okay, that was a bit abrupt. You might be dealing with some loud noise. I'm not going to take these. Trust your intuition. If somebody from the past does come back, I feel as if with that imagery, I don't know if you saw it, it's going to be a when pigs fly kind of situation. So I feel like it's somebody from your past that you wouldn't want to accept back in. So be it. Wow, your cards are not coming out quite easily. Okay, we have Think on Your Feet, Fox Spirit. So I just feel like there's a very strategic way about your moves in the second half of the month as you get ready to wrap up the year. You may be pushed to think on your feet when it comes to an incoming opportunity, a door opening for oneself, or how to move forward with your business or your job or with a relationship. Spirit's saying you know more within than you give yourself credit for at times. I feel a very intuitive vibe about your energy. I feel for some, a very spiritually connected and even very empathic way about your energy. So even if you tap into one of what I just mentioned, for some, you can tap into all of which at this point along your path, being quite a master in certain ways. You will see the truth in a situation, or you'll just kind of see the way, right? It may feel like at a certain point in the second half of the month, you're at a bit of a crossroads, or you're attracting in more than one opportunity for oneself, and you got to just kind of think on your feet and tap in, right, to what you know within or what you're feeling, and just be like, okay, this is for me. Some of you, when somebody expresses something to you at a certain point in the second half of the month, you have to think on your feet and trust what you know, trust the truth that you're seeing. You trust the red flags for some. So I feel like connections are taking a focus, whether you want them to or not. Sorry, that may have came off a bit abrupt. For Aries, I'm hearing you just get people. You are also at this point along your path seeing right through people's BS. The facades that people put up or have had up, and so I just sense that this could lead to a bit of reevaluating. Reconstructing is what I just heard. I'm seeing the Queen of Swords, who and what's coming with Aries as you move forward. I'm feeling like you're not trying to come off feisty in certain ways in the second half of December, but you are just, again, seeing the truth, and you're just not, either not in the mood or you just have a lot going on. We also have Truth Transcends Illusion. Look at that. I mean, it's coming out just to back up what I just said. But I feel as if the spiritual meaning of a dragonfly speaks upon your path at this point. What you're going through, what you're meant to go through moving forward. But they're saying, let's fly towards more. If you now see the truth in a relationship or certain friendships or just a job situation or where you're living or investing your money, it could be more than one situation for you, then let's prepare to take action towards flying in the right direction for oneself. But for a lot, it has more to do with how to continue a situation to see it evolve in the right way. I'm now hearing put your crown back on. For some of you who, just in general, I feel like a lot drawn to this reading, there's going to be a point in the second half of the month where you're pushed to review, re-look at, rewatch, however works for you, listen to your past work for your business and or your job, and this will remind you how amazing you truly are. This will remind you what you're made out of. And I feel like even potentially who you help all the meanwhile. Feel the need to pull one more. Take a deep breath, you're on point. Take a deep breath, you're on point. I do sense that there's going to be a focus on your quality sleep or lack thereof, which, and how your spirituality could potentially be wrapped up into it. Your dreams even, right? Where you live. We need you to be getting quality rest at this time because I do sense there's a lot on your plate and a very busy year ahead for you in 2023. Oh, I did your yearly reading already if you want to check that out. We have churn knowledge into wisdom. Yeah, a very powerful, once again, ending to your year where this boldness about you comes into play. I'm hearing you might have Gemini in your chart. I did just do their reading and it talked a lot about how they were feeling very bold and serious, okay? But there are moments where you crack up or just have laughter for one reason or another, potentially even when you're working. But yeah, I just feel like your giving, caring nature comes into play. And it's very evident that you know what you're doing, being viewed in a very King of Swords light, knowledgeable, experienced, even if you're just beginning something. I just heard somebody will tell you the truth. So in the midst of you seeing the truth, knowing more within than you express, or just contemplating all the meanwhile, I feel like somebody's going to tell you the truth. And it might be a long time coming or just something they realized, and this will help you proceed forward in the right manner for oneself, however that works for you. The Three of Pentacles and the Death and Rebirth card. Look at this. I really do feel as if you're going through a bit of a transformation on a soul level. You're changing as an individual, and this is very evident through your work, through certain conversations, things that you're contemplating and or changing. I just feel like people are noticing you, okay? If you run an online business or a business in general, you're gaining a lot of new attention for that, okay? Potentially a new crowd, I want to say, a new demographic. But I just feel like the number 3 speaks upon your situation at this point in the second half of the month. Spirituality, success, right? Look up the spiritual meaning for you. That was horrible wording. Look up the spiritual meaning of the number 3. What else do we have? The Hermit card. Don't be surprised if there's a lot of guidance from your intuition, by a lot of time spent alone. Spirit saying that this card is also speaking upon the leader that you are naturally as a leader, as an Aries. Bear with me. You're naturally a leader as an Aries, regardless of your placement, okay, in your chart. And I just feel like there's also a focus on when you're glowing the most. Yeah, watch the Gemini reading. But I just feel like you will come to certain conclusions in one's mind, heart, and soul when you're spending time alone. It's this feeling that you know, or just are being reminded, certain outside distractions, opinions, judgments from people that you may even care a lot about. It's not going to help you decipher easily in regards to what needs to change, who and what's coming with you moving forward, what you want to accomplish even for some in the upcoming year. But it's this feeling that you will be reminded of or informed of a wish fulfillment in the upcoming year. If not, this is coming to be in the second half of the month, okay? And in Spirit saying, this is because you were doing what's right for you, okay? They want them on either side. Interesting. Yeah, but just this truth transcends illusion card, the Dragonfly Spirit, connecting with the Judgment card, because it's the second half of the month where some of you might feel you're releasing an old version of oneself, but you're also being pushed to be honest with oneself, and you might feel the inclination to express honesty to other people. Now, this may also play into your work in one way, shape, or form, where you're expressing Spirit's truth or your truth or both. But I just feel like there's so much honesty that is being expressed or just building up within in the second half of the month, okay? And you're being reminded that you deserve to feel comfortable where you're living and working, okay, and with who you're connected to. And if you don't fully feel comfortable, then there's some reevaluating to do. And you may already know this jumping into the second half of the month. You're saying, or gliding in. But yeah, it just feels like things are changing for you for the better, or you're preparing for these changes. Learning more, doing research, informing other people even. Let's see here. The World card. Okay, the Page of Cups. Your vibration taking a highlight. Your glow, your relatability. Offers that are minuscule and not meant for you, that also takes a highlight, as I just heard the Four of Cups. But I don't I wouldn't be surprised if you are very secretive, but then the spotlight still shines down upon you. Some of you need to expect or just already expect that spotlight attention, but doesn't mean you're being very out in the open in regards to what you're learning, what you know within, or just what you're thinking about or have decided to change. Okay. But it's just this feeling that as your world changes for the better, there's evidence of just that in the second half of the month as you finish up your year. We are needing you to naturally, use the attention to your advantage, but turn that knowledge into wisdom and do not rush. Okay. It feels like there's certain changes in your situation that feel very slow in progress, right? But you need to embrace the divine timing that's wrapped up into it all. Okay. Now there's going to be a moment to wrap up the year. It feels like at the very end where you feel like you're elevating. Okay. And I just feel like this is a reminder that things are going to feel lighter in 2023 for you. Okay. Just because you like to feel powerful as an Aries, just because you like to feel in control, and it just feels good to be that leader in your own individual ways or way, doesn't mean things have to feel heavy. Okay. And so don't be surprised when you decide something important for oneself to wrap up the year, and or the upcoming year of 2023 entails some important choices and decisions, to embrace that light feeling, to not weigh things down for oneself by keeping people, places, and situations around, or taking on what isn't meant for you at this time. Okay. I just heard I'd rather be alone. But either way, regardless of whether that pertains to you or not, this is an ending to your month and year that reminds you your world is changing for the better moving forward. And you see evidence of just that. And people are as well seeing evidence of that, again, through your work, through your conversations, through your choices, and even the holding back at times. Okay. You're a better person at this point along your path. Okay. You're a more mature version of oneself. And you're being viewed in a very, again, knowledgeable King of Swords. I've got this in the bag kind of light. And I just feel like as well your manifestation skill sets are taking a highlight to wrap up the year. Okay. Your life is about to transform for the better, and it just feels so meant to be. Okay. As some of you are releasing an old version of oneself. Okay. Take a deep breath and recognize that what's changing at this time is destined. It's meant to be once again. All right. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Don't forget to check out the first link down below in the description box for your mid-December money and career read. Go enjoy the rest of your year and month, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aries.